So I want to expand on this feminine nature, this point of the feminine's role within creation. Because the feminine, she's creating all right. She's intuiting. She's feeling. She's moving. She's doing. She's standing still. She's doing her nature. But I'm talking about the translation of her into this, into the personality, into the program, into the ego, into the manifestation. And I feel what she's asking of us is to embody this creative authority gently, right? And we get a little bit lost in that because this creative authority kind of asks us to dance, to create like no one's looking. It's to it's to drop the validation or the need for validation. And this freedom is kind of difficult to get used to at first, right? It's a new space. And if we're looking at the programming through epigenetics, I mean, we're not talking about lifetimes. And as women, we have to understand that in our body, we hold 3 generations of biology, very physical, right? So the line of both genetics and energetics is intense. And we're coming from a space that it was told, it was given, right? This is the role, this is what you do. And now that space opened up to this freedom. And it's almost like, how much can you expand your capacity within this freedom to fully embody that and act from that authority? It's a tough space, again, especially now at this beginning of this creation process without the need of validation. So without that oppression, and oppression is harsh, maybe restriction, the space kind of feels very lonely. And I want to articulate how loneliness is a connotation, is a articulation, is an understanding which has its own capacity, its own limitation. And I want to reframe that. I want to reframe that it's not actually loneliness. What we're feeling is aloneness. And aloneness is completely different. Aloneness is creation by yourself. It is a very empowered state. It is a very self-centered space, not from ego, but it's a self-love that we're having a hard time daring to be in. Yet when I look within, there's this vector, right? And the vector is a quantity focused in a specific direction, a very intentional direction. And this vector is always pointing towards the heart. So to me, the quantity is very dynamic. It's the meaning. Whatever it means to you in the moment, it has to be self-love for this authentic creation to keep expanding within us. And what is interesting, we're only expanding our capacity, our awareness to fully recognize who we have become. Because the becoming, where I'm at, is like we have become. The feminine is doing. It is her. She is unbothered by you and me and again, our tantrums. And so can we work with that and keep expanding? And it's almost like we have to be her to expand our imagination, because now we're literally going beyond what we can even imagine. We don't know this space. We are discovering our creation, and the power is this self-love within the continuous dynamic exchange of the quantity of the vector. It's a lot of words. I don't know if I express myself really well. But it's this constant, I don't know, show me, oh, I see. So I have to go back, now that I understand, into the I don't know. Oh, I see, I don't know. So you're in this constant, I know who I am, show me this, who I am. This is high priestess mode. You know, but you're not speaking it, see? Because when you speak it, you define it. And you don't want to limit yourself, because what if by the time it's manifesting, it can be even more? So the high priestess role is kind of, she knows in her silence, and she creates in her silence, and she creates in her own space unbothered. And we're getting a taste of this space. And many times we're confusing it, right? We're misunderstanding. We're quick to label this space, because the vastness is nothing that we've experienced before in a embodied physical space. Sure, there's these birthing pains, there's this uncomfortableness. Nobody gets what is happening. So who are you sharing this? How can you connect? There's no more this connection point. You have to trust in you and what it is that is happening within you. You cannot discard it anymore as, I'm making this up. This cannot be real. It is real. It is unbelievably real. And I'm okay with not speaking it. We don't have to be loud about it. But I do have to say the sharing is nice. And I'm coming into the celebration more and more of it. And even though I know that I have to do this alone, I have to do this within myself, this capacity, this expansion, this awareness is mine to do, is mine to express, but I choose to not do it by myself. I choose to communicate the support that I need. I choose to reach out and share, knowing that that connection of where I'm at cannot be understood. And I'm okay with that, because this uniqueness, I mean, how magical. I mean, do we understand that uniqueness, the gift of creating something that only I can fully perceive in a way that I can only fully perceive as? We're perceiving the same thing. We're perceiving this love dance. So we're not unique. We're unique, but we're all doing it. We're not special. We're unique. Is that what I don't? I think you know what I'm getting. I'm getting to, and so it's magical, and we cannot allow this moment and the mind blowingness of what's going on right now to escape us, and for us to dilute it, and for us to try to connect. I can't come back to this. Can I connect? Can I be understood by somebody? No, the invitation is, can you hold in this unique space without needing to do something else with it? Because that's like the core strength, the core beauty. And when you, I'm not going to say what happens. I want you to experience it. Notice for yourself what happens when you hold that unique point that you are, and feel the empowerment, this creative authority. Feel what happens when there's no need to connect, when there's no need to validate. You are being seen and you are being held. You see it. It's different, but you are being supported. So these are the things that we talk about. We share and we come together in the self-leadership field community. And we do that because where else? Like, who else can you talk to about these things? So in that space, you are being seen. And look at this. Look at nature. Look at all this green. Oops. I'm not doing it right. Anyway, but tell me these trees don't see you. Tell me these beautiful flowers don't know what it is that you're doing. God, the support is everywhere. Lean into that.